welcome back to my channel and welcome to those of you who are new. My name is Tori and this is At Home with Tori, and I try to do bi-weekly budgeting videos for you guys. If you have not seen my previous video kind of explaining where I've been over the last couple months, I will link that right up here so you guys can watch it, and that kind of just lets you know just some background about why it has been a little bit longer since I've done one of these budgeting videos, but I figure now is better than never to go ahead and jump back in. So we are going to be doing our second pay period for the month of May. And for some people, including my family, May has 3 pay periods. And if you watch some budgeting videos, they might look at having 3 pay periods as being an extra pay period, like extra money. That's not really the case, honestly, because the first 2 are like normal, and then the third one goes to pay the first part of next month's expenses. So really, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Sometimes you can do like an extra mortgage payment here or there, or do an extra car payment, just depending on how you have it set up for your own personal preferences. But as for me, this will be pretty much a normal paycheck. So I did want to let you guys know that these are my new budgeting sheets, which you can see I have changed just a little bit if you've looked at some of my other ones on my Etsy shop. I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check these out at your convenience. I did do some updates just to make it kind of flow a little bit better so it makes a little more sense. And if you want to purchase monthly budgets separately, you can purchase 1 month for $1.50, or you can get the whole 12 months for $15, just to save you a little money in the long run if you want to go ahead and purchase the whole year. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We are going to be budgeting our income with a budget of $1,500 this pay period. And let me go ahead and write this on here. And this is going to be a little bit late because technically this would have been for the 15th, but I'm going to get back on track for the next pay period. But I wanted to go ahead and share this with you guys now instead of waiting until the next one. So our first thing is going to be our tithe, our mortgage, our car payment, water, life insurance, and miscellaneous. I'm going to go ahead and write the dates on here. All right, so our budget for our tithe is always $200 a pay period, or $400 a month. Our mortgage has changed recently. I think most people probably get some adjustments on their mortgages maybe once or twice a year, and ours went down just a little bit, which helps with our debt snowball so that I can concentrate on other areas a little bit more. Our car payment also went down a little bit because we were able to sell our car and get a different car. I don't recommend buying a car with credit if you can help it. It's always better to save up, but we were kind of in a different circumstance and we had to do something right away, and we were still able to lower our payments though, so that helps. Water is going to be $91, and I'm going to expect this to jump drastically next month, because if you saw my recent video about what we did with our stimulus money, you'll know that we spent a little bit of it on ourselves and then a little bit more towards debt. And one of those things that we got for our kids was a swimming pool. Not a huge swimming pool, but it took like 7 hours, I think, to fill it up. So I'm expecting our water bill to jump through the roof this next pay period. Next is going to be life insurance, and that is $33 a month. And then for this month, I'm going to do $50 for miscellaneous. Usually I do about $20, and lately I've been doing about $50. So the total for this is going to be $895 with a leftover of $605. On to our cash envelopes, which these have changed also recently because of our situation. And usually I split these up a little bit more, but I actually haven't been doing cash envelopes, which is maybe kind of surprising, but maybe not to some of you also. Ever since this pandemic happened, my husband and I decided that it would be better not to use cash right now. So I am using spending trackers for our categories, but I'm not currently using cash. So it's a little bit different. I don't really like it as much. I like having the cash and being able to like track it 100%. It's just easier for me, but for now we're just staying away from taking cash out of the bank. So I still have food which combines all of our eating, whether it be groceries or eating out, whatever. And then I have household for like household products, shampoos, soaps, cleaners, things like that. Personal is being split between me and my husband right now, so I just lump it all together. And then, of course, a miscellaneous category. Sorry about that, my battery died. So what we're going to do is just fill in these categories, and then I will show you guys how I've been tracking my spending without using cash envelopes. So for our food budget, we are going to do $350. Our household is going to get $10. Personal is going to get $40, and that is $20 for my spending and $20 for my husband's. And then again for miscellaneous, I'm going to do $50. And this really is just to kind of cover ourselves in case we have some spending come up that we weren't prepared for, so that we don't bounce our checking account. So the total for that is going to be $450 with a leftover of $155. Which now we bring up to our sinking funds. Our sinking funds really have not changed much. I'm going to go ahead and fill these in real quick. Okay, so if you've been following my channel, you'll see that my sinking funds really haven't changed all that much. Just the amounts going in have changed ever so slightly. One thing that's been really nice is that we have Mint Mobile, which I talk about in every single one of my videos. And I'll link that video up here in case you guys want to check that out. Because so many of you guys have used my link, I have been able to get a year for free. So we are only currently saving up for my husband's plan for Mint Mobile. And Mint Mobile is a prepaid plan where you pay for your 3, 6, or 12-month plan that you want to get, and you pay in advance, and then you have, that long to use your plan until you have to pay again. So I put ours into a sinking fund, and that way we don't have to worry about it, and we do the 1-year plan. So ours will be coming back around, I think, in October. So we're currently only having to put in for my husband's cell phone because I have a year for free. Thanks again to you guys. So again, if you're interested in that, make sure you check out that video because that has saved us a ton of money. It's not just for influencers. Anybody can get a year for free using Mint Mobile. So make sure you check it out if you're looking for a new cell phone plan or if you're looking for another way to save money on your budget. Okay, and our auto insurance, again, we pay every 6 months. So we put in $55 a pay period. I've already started saving for Christmas, and this looks like an odd number, but it's because of how much money I already have in the account. So I needed to put that dollar in there to make it even, just because I can't stand my numbers being uneven. Car maintenance is going to get $10, as well as house maintenance. Clothes/fun is going to get $20 because I just had to dig into this account for my children's shoes, so I need to build that one back up. Pets is going to get $10 a pay period, and vitamins is only going to get $4 right now because, again, it's a weird number in the sinking fund, so I needed to round it out. And when you add all of that up, it equals $155. So currently, I do not have anything going towards debt and savings. And if you have been following me for a while, you'll know that I do not use our regular income for debt and savings. I use whatever income I get from this channel, and I put all of that towards our debt. So it's hard to keep track of it, but just know that I am putting money towards our debt. That being said, I have not been able to make videos over the last couple months, which has not necessarily hurt us financially, but I haven't been able to put anything extra towards our debt. So I will pay our credit card out of this income, but I have not been able to put any extra or like anything from my channel towards our debt because I haven't made anything in the last couple months. So hoping that will change soon because I want to really just get our debt paid off because this is the way that I feel like I can provide for my family right now. And yeah, I'm just blessed to be able to stay home and do what I do and still go to school full time and be with my kids, and I love it. So And because we're not doing cash, I'm not going to be filling out the cash envelope breakdown or doing any cash envelope stuffing. So I thought I would show you guys what I'm using right now to track my spending. I'm currently using a tracking system from the Budget Mom. And if you do not follow her page, I suggest that you do, because if you sign up for her emails, she sends out a freebie with her newsletter every single Friday, and this happened to be the one from a couple weeks back. You do not have to get fancy with this. You can literally do an envelope and just track it, or a piece of paper, notebook paper, whatever you want to do to track it if you're choosing not to use cash envelopes right now. But I liked this, of course, because it's pretty, but you know, it's just I like to be able to do things that are aesthetically pleasing as well, because it keeps me motivated. So when I saw this, I was super excited, and I just printed them off and, you know, 6-hole punched them so that they would fit into my cash envelope wallet. So I have a tracker for food, household, personal, and miscellaneous. And I still struggle with not having the cash. I feel like it's much easier for me to use cash and write it down immediately versus swiping a debit card and then trying to remember to go back and log everything. Usually what I'll do is after, like, once a week, I'll go in and log all of my expenses instead of doing it immediately. But sometimes that means that I overdraw on these accounts. And I think you can see that from my food. I was actually negative here. I wasn't technically negative, but because I wasn't tracking it correctly, it looked negative. That is what I'm using for tracking my spending right now, and hopefully one of these days I'll get back into using the cash envelopes again, because I do really enjoy it. But just for right now, I'm kind of playing it safe and trying not to touch too much money. So that is going to be it for our budget for this pay period. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave me some comments down below. Let me know how you guys have adjusted your budget because of our situation currently. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so by clicking that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!